Are you ready for some football? Well, I am, and this is the quote unquote Monday night game for week number 7 in the Hometown Football League. I'm Big Paulie coming to you, and today we have Las Vegas traveling to Cleveland. It's the Ironman against the Browns. Last game of week number 7. And Jim Brown needs just 27 yards for the rushing lead. Walter Payton currently holds that at 818, Brown at 792. So if Brown could get 27 yards or more, he will go into week number 8 as the rushing leader. On a what will be a 53-degree evening, since it's a night game, I like to shave 10 degrees off the temperature. A strong wind at 20 to 30 miles an hour blowing at Cleveland Brown Stadium. No precipitation. Las Vegas will be run by the computer. Las Vegas is basically a team of cast-offs from the other 31 teams that didn't make the respective teams from their media markets. Kind of a melting pot of the best of the players that didn't make it. And Cleveland is the Cleveland Browns of old and new. I'll be coaching Cleveland. And we win the toss. We're going to defer to the second half. John Brody is the quarterback for Las Vegas. Didn't make the cut on the San Francisco team. Otto Graham, likewise, for Cleveland. We have Kaufman, Prokop, and Perkins back deep for the Ironmen. Cleveland in their brown, Las Vegas in a grayish Oakland Raiders uniforms.
Returned 22
Illegal
yards
block.
by Kaufman.
Receiving team,
on the
10-yard penalty.
And you hear Ray Curtis, who we're going to give the night off here in just a moment, folks. If you'll just bear with me a moment, we will turn him off. We had him on for the last game, and he will be back week number 8 when Indianapolis travels to Jacksonville. That'll be next week on the Big Paulie World of Sports Sims channel. Let's set the lineup for you. It's Tyler and Colmer at running back. Johnson and Driver at wideout. Ertz at tight end. Brody quarterbacking. Kennard, Hara, Flanagan, Scabelli, and Ruby, your offensive line. For Cleveland, Ford, Burnett, Remkus, and Shirk, your front four. Banks, Johnson, and Adamley at the linebacker spot. Dixon, Minifield, Darden, and James, your defensive backs. If you're wondering about Mr. Adamley, Tony Adamley, that is the father of Mike Adamley. And it's 1st and 10. Ball is at the 23. John Brody calling the signals, and it's a handoff to Colmer. And that's a gain of 9 yards, setting up a 2nd and a yard. And it was Banks on the tackle for Cleveland on 2nd and 1 at the 32 now. That's off tackle left, tackled by Johnson, a gain of 1 and a first down. So Las Vegas with the first down of the game. Ball to 33. And that's a throw from Brody. Actually, no, that was a run by Wendell Tyler and a gain of 14. He ran for 221 last week against San Diego. Shocking win for Las Vegas, beating the Chargers, who were among the leaders of the lower West Division. 1st and 10 at the 47. Wendell Tyler with another nice run, 8 yards this time, and Banks makes the tackle for Cleveland. 1st and 10 now. Ball now at the Cleveland 45. Las Vegas has the wind advantage for the first quarter, so they'll have it for the fourth, and then Cleveland will have it in the middle quarters, the second and the third. 2nd and 2 at the 46. And that's a give to Colmer, no gain. Burnett makes the stop for Cleveland. Now 3rd and 2. Screen to Tyler, but that does not find its mark. James was hurt on that last play, and he should be back by the time the Cleveland defense takes the field next. 4th and 2 at the 45. This could be a good point for Vegas to run a fake, but they do not do so, and it goes out of bounds for a touchback. So Cleveland into the wind. 1st and 10 at their own 20. They have Brown and Motley, a couple of bang-up running backs. And then you got Mitchell and Warfield at wideout, Kellen Winslow Jr. at tight end, Graham at quarterback, Thomas, Hickerson, Mack, Willis, and Shafrath, your offensive line. For Las Vegas, it's not a bad defense. Townsend, Biggs, Kennard, and Antwine, your front four. Harvey, Nick Buttaconte, and Addison, your linebackers. Asamuga, Dishman, Dewerson, and Ray, your defensive backs. And let's see what they'll do here on 1st and 10. I'll give a trap right to Brown. And Jim Brown gains 27. He has the rushing lead, and he has it on his first play of the game for Cleveland. So a nice gain of 27. And with the wind being a disadvantage for this quarter, I think you're going to see a lot of running here for Cleveland. Trap right, Marion Motley. But that's a stuff at the line. In fact, he loses a yard as Addison hits him. It's going to be 2nd and 11. He'll look for Brown again, pitch right. And another nice gain for Jim Brown, who breaks free. And another pickup of 21. Asamuga has to make the tackle for Vegas at the 33. 1st and 10. Be a long pass to Bobby Mitchell here. That's not completed. Dewerson deflected it. Cleveland trying to go to 6-1, which would give them a tie for the best record in the HTFL, along with the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. San Francisco also had a bid to go to 6-1 this week, but they lost to St. Louis a couple of nights ago. Now a 2nd and 10. We'll go right back to Jim Brown, pitch right, because that play is working so well. But this time it was a loss of not a loss, but a gain of a yard, as Addison makes the tackle. 3rd and 9. Man in motion, medium pass. They'll look to Mitchell. Graham is going to run. Can he get to the first? No, he cannot. Bruiser Kennard makes the stop. Kennard, a two-way player. He played tackle and defensive tackle. Played for Ole Miss and played for Brooklyn in the World War II years. 1943 is the year Dave Koch Sports uses as the composite. 53% chance Matt Barr can make this from 46, going into a stiff wind, and he pushes it right. No good. And with 6:50 left, opening quarter, we have no score. Las Vegas takes over 1st and 10 at their own 36. It's Brody. He was looking for Ertz, but it wasn't there. Plaxico Burress, hero of Super Bowl 42, he enters the game as a third wide receiver. 2nd and 10, ball to 36. It's a give to Wendell Tyler, who has had a good game so far, a gain of 7. He has 3 carries, 29 yards. 3rd and 3, ball to 43. It's to Tyler again, and that's a gain of 5 yards, and that's good for the first down. Johnson makes the stop for the Browns. 5:50 left, opening quarter, 1st and 10, ball to Vegas 48. Brody, incomplete. Bobbled the ball. After his career ended, John Brody was someone who commentated for NBC and also played a little golf. Was somewhat of a professional golfer in the mid-'80s. 2nd and 10, ball to 48.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Number 72. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. 2nd down.
That's Shirk, the neutral zone infraction, and that sets up 2nd and 5 at the 47. And John Brody, when he was with NBC, he also commentated on golf on top of professional football. 2nd and 5 at the Cleveland 47. Brody dropping back, looking, picked off. Darton. Tom Darton with his 2nd pick of the year. And that gives Cleveland possession with 5:05 left, opening quarter. They'll go Motley, off tackle left. And Motley with a big hole, 50, 40, down to the 35 to the 32. Pick up the 30 yards. So Cleveland picking up running yards in chunks. That's 6 carries for them so far, 81 yards as a team combined. Brown with 49 of those yards. They'll go to him right now. Trap left. And Brown. Gain of 18. That gives him 4 carries for 67 yards. Nick Buonacani made the stop for Vegas. And they'll go play action here to Mitchell in the double tight end set. And that's Pater. Touchdown. Bobby Mitchell. And Cleveland with the first strike. 6-0. Extra point good by Matt Barr, and it's 7-0 with 3:17 left, opening quarter. Kaufman again back deep for Vegas. Napoleon Kaufman. Short kick with the wind, very understandable. And Kaufman takes it all the way out to the 41 before Gorgel could make the stop for Cleveland. Rhodey back out. 0 for 4 on the day with a pick. Not a good start for him. 1st and 10 at the 41. Little dump pass to Wendell Tyler, who gains 12. Tony Adamley with the stop at the 47 after a gain of 12. 1st and 10. Gain of 3, and Adamley makes the stop again. 2nd and 7 at the 44. That is Tyler gaining 8 more yards. James on the stop for Cleveland. 1st and 10, ball now at the 36. It's Las Vegas wasting no time getting their rushing attack going. 14 more yards for Wendell Tyler. Darden spins him down at the 22. And James has come off again, injured again. So the defensive backfield now for Cleveland is Dixon, Minifield, Darden, and Lewis. Wendell Tyler running like Bonnie Tyler used to sing back in the mid-'80s. 1st and 10, ball to 22.
Hut, hut.
And that's a throw to Colmer for 14 yards. So Las Vegas moving well. Perhaps the wind advantage is aiding their passing game. 1st and goal at the 8. Touchdown, and that went to Zach Ertz. And very quickly, Las Vegas has recovered. 6 plays, 59 yards, and that drive took up the last 3:06 of the first quarter. Your point after try, good by Stover, and we're tied 7-7, and that's the end of the first quarter. So this is the last game of week number 8. I'm sorry, week number 7 in the Hometown Football League. Week number 8 is what's coming up, and that's what got me confused. The upcoming HTFL games for the next 3 evenings. So I'm going to be taking, we'll do our normal weekend stuff, the OOTP. I'm taking off from Franchise Hockey Manager for this weekend, and we have Grand Slam Wrestling coming to you at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, September 5th, tomorrow morning, if you're seeing this on the 4th. So our next 3 games, after I take September 6th off for my birthday and September 7th for Labor Day, it's going to be all 3 games of week number 8. 3 games and only 3 games in week number 8. We'll start off with the unplugged game, Indianapolis at Jacksonville, and that will be 7 o'clock on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Carolina goes to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then our next Monday night game will be, which should be the start of the NFL season on Thursday night, September 10th, Denver at Miami. That'll premiere on YouTube at 7 o'clock, and we'll get you to the NFL opening game on NBC. Our game should be over, and that'll give you plenty of time to tune into your local NBC station and watch the 2020 NFL season kick off. So that's what's coming up on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel in terms of the HTFL. Now back to our game. 7-7 tie. Cleveland with 113 yards on 9 plays, and Las Vegas not doing too badly themselves. 103 yards on 17 plays. Metcalf, Mitchell, and Motley back deep for Cleveland. Taken by Eric Metcalf, whose father Terry plays on the St. Louis team. And he's out of bounds at the 39 after a return of 36 yards. Now, we're starting the second quarter, so now Cleveland has the wind advantage. But they're doing so well with the running game, I think they're going to stick with it. Jim Brown, trap right. And Brown finds 7 more yards. A delayed blitz is what Vegas had with Harvey and Bonacane going on a delayed blitz, but Brown had pretty much run past them by that point, and a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. We're going to go a play action bomb to Mitchell. And that's incomplete. Asamuga had a good shot at the pick, a good shot of the interception, but that went right through his hands. And Graham starts 1 for 3, 14 yards. 3rd and 3, they're going to go to Jim Brown here. Pitches it, but he's going to be short. Antwine brought him down for no gain. He needed 3. And Gary Collins comes on, and he will punt deep. Hope the wind doesn't carry it too much. Taken by Young at the 8. He returns at 5. And Vegas starts at their own 13. But now the wind is at their face. 13-14 left in the half. 1st and 10. This is Wendell Tyler, who gains 3. Forward on the stop. And it's now 2nd and 7 at the 16. Brody back to throw. Another interception. This is Banks, and he brought it back 15 yards to the 20. And for Chip Banks, that's his first interception of the year. And John Brody has already thrown 2 interceptions in this game. So Cleveland takes over. 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll go to Brown. Pitch right. Crowd likes this run by Jim Brown. He's inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13. 1st and goal at the 7. Motley, trap right. Blitz coming, so they're going to change it to a screen to Motley. And it's there. And Motley has a touchdown. Marion Motley. And Cleveland has retaken the lead. Here's your point after try. Good. By Matt Barr, and it's 14-7 with 11:25 left in the half. Kaufman again back deep for Vegas, and that's a touchback. The blurry figure you see here is Mr. Colmer, Mickey Colmer, if you were wondering. One of that photo that I downloaded for the Vegas team did not come out all that well. Something wrong with the resolution. But at any rate, 1st and 10, ball to 20. Tyler with a gain of 3. That sets up a 2nd and 7 from the 23. Brody dumps it off to Tyler, and that's a gain of 14 before Tony Adamley could bring him down. So I was saying to start the game, Tony Adamley is the father of Mike Adamley, who played for a few NFL teams, Kansas City, and I believe he also played for the Chicago Bears at one point. And of course, he was more famous for being a football commentator, mainly for NBC, ABC, and ESPN. And at one point, he was commissioner of the World Wrestling Federation, or WWE at one point. 1st and 10, ball to 37. Adamley's kind of one of these guys that's done it all. Cleveland with the turnover.
The previous play
We think. Stand by.
The ruling on the field stands.
Shirk with the fumble recovery, and Cleveland in business again at the Vegas 37. 1st and 10. Long pass. To finish my thought on Mike Adamley, of course, he once famously hosted a kind of game show, reality show called American Gladiators that was very popular in the late 80s and early 90s. Warfield, long bomb. Long pass, we're going to call it. And it goes to Bobby Mitchell instead, and Mitchell with a gain of 13. He had 2 touchdowns last week in the win over Baltimore. 14-7, Cleveland leading here with 9:44 left, and now we have a 1st and 10 again. We'll go sweep to the right with Jim Brown. Brown picks up another 6 yards. He's at 93 on the day on 8 carries. So he's closing in on 100 already, and we have only played about 21 minutes in this game. Trap right, Jim Brown on 2nd and 4. Close to the first, and he has it. Ray makes the stop. That is Darryl Ray, who played for the New York Jets. 1st and 10, ball the 14. Motley, trap right. Gain of 4. Bruiser Kennard almost made the tackle, but Addison did. Motley now 3 carries, 33 yards on the day. They'll give it to Jim Brown here. He might go over 100 on this play, and he does. 3-yard gain to put him at 100 yards exactly on carry number 10. 3rd and 3, ball to 7. What do you do here? You run to the outside with Jim Brown. Blitz coming. Can they contain Brown? Nope, not that time. Touchdown. His 11th rushing this year. And that gives the Browns a little cushion. But how much? 14 points worth, as Matt Barr puts it through. And it's 21-7 with the PAT. 6:14 left in the opening half. And Kaufman back deep for the Ironmen. And that's another touchback. And with the wind advantage, I'm sure Cleveland's going to have a few of those until the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20. Pass incomplete.
Offense. Number 71, 10-yard penalty.
Scabelli called for holding. Now make it 1st and 20. Ball backed up to the 10. Brody, trying to atone for a bad start, was looking for Driver, but that was incomplete. 2nd and 20 now. Cleveland playing coverage.
Holding. Offense. Number 44, 5-yard penalty.
They were not really focused on a pass rush, but nonetheless, Bruiser Kennard gets called for holding, and that negated a 1st down. So now it's a cab ride for Youngstown to get the 1st down for Vegas. 2nd and 25. Long throw, caught by Driver, but way short of the 1st. He gained 18, and the Ironmen needed 25. 3rd and 7. Incomplete. So now we're at 4th down. And Vegas will have to punt it away here. And a nice return by Metcalf of 13 yards. Ray Guy's punt went 42, so the net was 29. Cleveland will take over 1st and 10 at their own 48. Sweep left, Jim Brown. And Brown, another 8 yards. Townsend hurt, one of the defensive ends, and his return is doubtful. So Eisenhower, not spelt like the former president of the United States, the last non-politician to be president before the current one, Eisenhower, Haure. He's out of Boston College, played for the Patriots in the early 60s. He will take over as defensive end. 2nd and 2 at the 44. End the round. Computer called that play. Bobby Mitchell, gain of 10. Sometimes I let the computer call a play, and I think the other team has the ball. That's what happened there. 1st and 10, ball to 34. How about a dive with Jim Brown? We're going to turn that into a screen instead. Incomplete as that joinked off of Brown's hands. 2nd and 10, ball to 34. They'll go to Benton on a medium slant here. And it finds its mark. Benton beating a double team, which is interesting strategy by Vegas, because I think that was like one of the first times Benton's been in the game. Ball now to 16 for a 1st and 10. And they will look for Jim Brown on a sweep right. And Brown picks up 7 if it stands, and it will.
Number 26, 5-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Las Vegas, a study of frustration right now. Dishman gets called for a personal foul, and that moves the ball to the Las Vegas 4. I nearly said Green Bay there for some reason. Trap right, Jim Brown. And Brown inches closer to the goal line. That's a gain of 3, which moves the ball to the 1. 2-minute warning will be called. They'll let the clock go down to 2 minutes before another play is called, and it's 21-7 Cleveland. Autogram, quarterback sneak. And he's in there. Touchdown. Barr with the PAT try. Good. And it's 28-7 with a minute 56 left in the first half. And here's Kaufman back deep again, and another touchback as the wind just lofts these kickoffs almost into another area code. 1st and 10, ball to 20. Vegas, have they already conceded here? They gave it to Colmer and he gained 2 yards. But Las Vegas instead calls timeout, so not so fast. They have 2 timeouts left, and Cleveland, for the remainder of the half, have 3. 2nd and 8 at the 22. That's a quick throw and a catch to Donald Driver, who picks up 13 yards, and Vegas will use timeout number 2. They have 1 left. 1st and 10 at the 35. This is Colmer, a gain of a yard before Remkus brings him down. Vegas uses up their last timeout, a 2nd and 9. This is Tyler, who gains 6. Cleveland will not aid them by calling timeout. 3rd and 3. Will Brody throw here? He does. It's a screen to Tyler, with a marker down.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 19.
This will come back.
5-yard penalty.
And it's now 3rd and 8. Ball at the 37. Brody. Off the hands of Plaxico Burris, and he could not hold on. 58 seconds left. Ball at the 37 for a 4th and 8 play. And I'm going to fair catch it. Fair caught by Metcalf at the 20. The punt by Ray Guy goes 43. 54 seconds left. They'll go Mitchell on a medium out. Incomplete. Warfield on a slant. Incomplete. Well, let's just give up here, folks. Pitch to Brown. And Brown, a gain of a yard. And that'll do it for the half. Cleveland 28. Las Vegas 7. I only do this once a month. I'm not National Public Radio, nor do I try to be, and do this like every hour on the hour, or like during their fundraisers, like do it like every minute of every day that they're on the air. But if anybody wishes to donate to this channel, the Big Poly World, the Sports Sims channel, and you want to see it grow just like I want to see it grow, I do avail myself to receiving donations. I used to have a GoFundMe but that expired in the last month. So I'll just give you my PayPal email address. You put it into PayPal, and when you click on send money, if you want to send me money, this is the address that you would send it to bigpolyb@gmail.com. That's bigpolyb@gmail.com. And I promise you're not going to hear me pitch for money until sometime in October. Okay? Okay. Back to the game. It's 28-7. The Browns leading the Ironmen on this quote-unquote Monday night game. We are recording this on Tuesday, September 1st, for air at 7 o'clock initially on Friday, September 4th. 163 yards, a total offense for the Ironmen. They have run 30 plays. Cleveland has run 30 plays also, and they have 225 yards. Las Vegas has committed 3 turnovers, and that's really been the difference in the game. They'll get the ball to start the second half, and here is Mr. Eric Metcalf to receive the kickoff. And Metcalf with a nice return all the way to the 48, but it's going to come back. Burnett called for a legal block, and Cleveland is backed up all the way to their own 14. But when you got Jim Brown, that's not really a worry spot for them. Go to him on a pitch right, but a marker might wipe out a nice play by him of 13 yards. We'll see.
Encroachment.
Nope.
Defense. Number 86, 5-yard penalty.
Cleveland will take the 13-yard gain by Brown. And it's a first down. Motley on a dive. Coverage unknown. Check the penalty.
Holding. Offense. Number 82, 10-yard penalty.
Kellen Winslow Jr. called for offsides. Brown now at 139 yards on the day on 16 carries. They'll go to him on an outside run. Jim Brown, that is. And Brown, a lot of running room. 25 more big yards. He's at 164 on the day. And Jim Brown, let's just see what he has done so far in the HTFL. This is his 6th straight game of 100 yards or more. He only had 11 carries for 49 yards in a win against Pittsburgh. And since then, 141, 111, 135, 154, 202 last week against Baltimore in the 23-16 win. And so far today, he is over 160 yards at 163. 164, I should say. And this is going to be our next play. Trap right, Jim Brown. Might as well just keep giving it to him. No gain. Antwine with the stop for the Ironmen, who trail by 21. Mitchell on the slant. And Otto Graham, another incompletion for him. He's 4 for 10 on the day, 52 yards, but he has 2 touchdowns. Motley on a screen on 3rd and 10. Completed, and he's got the first and a little more, 15 yards. That's his second catch of the day for 23. 22, I should say. 22 yards total. They'll go back to Brown. Pitch right. As this Las Vegas line looks like they're beginning to fatigue. Addison with this tackle after a 1-yard gain. They'll go back to Brown. Sweep left. And Brown picks up another 7. He's at 172. 3rd and a couple. They'll go Motley on a dive. And he's got a first down and more. 30. Inside the 25. Down to 20. And a pickup of 15. Brown getting a little tired, so he will step out for a little bit. And they will go to Leroy Kelly. Kelly, trap right. And Kelly picks up 7. And Thomas was hurt on the last play. And he will be coming off. His return probable, so the offensive line now for, let's see here, for Cleveland is Schwartz, Hickerson, Mack, Willis, and Shafraff. Motley, dive on 2nd and 3 from the 13. And Marion Motley with another touchdown, which I believe is his 2nd of the day. That was his first running. He caught a pass from Graham earlier, 34-7. The onslaught continuing in Cleveland. Your point after, good by Barr, and it's 35-7 with 9:48 left in the 3rd. Kaufman back deep. Going to be taken by one of the upbacks, which is going to be Prokop. A return to the 40. Houston made the stop for Cleveland, a return of 39. 1st and 10 ball at the 40. Tyler, a lot of running room there, a gain of 15 out to the 45. 1st and 10. Vegas trying to get something going here. A fumble recovered by Cleveland. That's Dixon. Dixon forced a fumble and recovered the fumble for the Browns. So now, ball goes back to Cleveland. They'll put Jim Brown back in the game. But they're going to throw long to Mitchell on 1st and 10. And it's completed. Dewerson with a stop and a gain of 39. Graham on the day. He hasn't had to throw. He hasn't had the need to throw the ball all that much, is what I was trying to say. He's 6 for 12, 106 yards, but he's got 2 touchdowns on the day. So when he throws, he's lethal. Trap right, Jim Brown on 1st and 10. It's going to be a blitz coming, so it's going to be a screen to Motley instead, which is incomplete. Nick Bonacani came on, broke up that tackle. And a few Vegas fans who won the trip to Cleveland, probably on our radio station promotion, they are cheering. Sweep right. Brown on 2nd and 10. And Brown again. To the house. Touchdown. 28 yards. Jim Brown now at exactly 200 yards on the day. It's the second time in HTFL play he's had 200 yards or more for a game. Your point after, and it's 42-7. Cleveland with 7:33 left in the third quarter. And I'm sure the Ironmen are wondering, when's the ref going to stop the fight? Kaufman back deep. Another touchback. 1st and 10. Ball to 20 for Vegas. And that's a throw completed over the middle to Keyshawn, who gains 22 yards. 1st and 10. Ball to 42 now. Gain of 4 by Wendell Tyler. 2nd and 6. Ball to 46. That was Rimkus on the tackle for Cleveland. To Johnson, who gains 7. Minifield on the stop for Cleveland. Now the ball at the Cleveland 47 for a 1st and 10. Throw. Complete again over the middle to Keyshawn, who gains 20. Minifield makes the stop for Cleveland. 1st and 10 at the 27. A fumble. Brody got that one back. Vegas avoids their 5th turnover of the game, at least for now. 2nd and 16 at the 33. That almost caught by Driver, but he could not hold on. Now a 3rd and 16. That was a throw to Mickey Colmer. He gains 7. And they bring Stover on to try a 43-yarder into a stiff wind. No good. Pushed it left. So Cleveland takes over. Ball at the 33. And they will again go long. This time to Paul Warfield. Looking for 42, and he's got it. Otto Graham is a killer at that play action. And he just burns Vegas for 50 more yards. Look at him at the top of your screen there. Quite a battle with Asamuga for position on that long pass, but he catches it. And Cleveland now at the Vegas 17, looking for more points. Trap right. Jim Brown on 1st and 10. He's already got a 200-yard day. No gain there. Remember that the third tiebreaker in HTFL play after head-to-head records and after divisional records, if it applies to the tied teams, is points, net points, points scored against points event, points given up. So there's a lot of incentive here for Cleveland to get that score up. Pitch right, Jim Brown on 2nd and 10. A gain of 3. And it's a season high now for Jim Brown. He's at 203 yards rushing. 3rd and 7. At the same time, you really don't want too many of these players for Cleveland getting hurt. Short hitch to Winslow. And a touchdown, Jim Brown again. This time, it's Brown with a reception touchdown, and it's 48-7. Point after try, and it's 49-7 with 27 seconds left. And I think Cleveland will call off the Dogs at this point. Kaufman back deep for Vegas. Another touchback. They'll have the wind advantage, but they'll be trailing by 42 points. First and 10, ball at the 20. 27 seconds, they'll have the wind advantage. A fumble. And again, Vegas avoids their fifth turnover of the day. Brody came up and recovered Colmer's fumble. Ford decked him, and it was pounced on by Brody. And we've reached the end of quarter number 3. It's 49-7, Cleveland over Las Vegas. One of the more popular series I do each and every weekend is the OOTP 21 Perfect Team Series. And we've been doing this every weekend. I used to do it a little more frequently, but I can't do it as frequently anymore as I've been devoting my time to the HTFL project. And if you see the Universal Pioneers on the OOTP servers, that's me. And we'll be doing a OOTP series update probably tomorrow, September 5th, as you see this. If you are seeing this either on the date that it airs, September 4th, or at some point in the future, I'm going to do an update on September 5th, and then, like I've been saying, I'll be off September 6th for my birthday and September 7th for Labor Day. No projects, no new videos either of those 2 days, though I might work on a few. But the OOTP series available every weekend. So enjoy that little feature on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. Well, this has been a one-sided Monday night affair. 49-7, Cleveland beating Las Vegas. Las Vegas at 244 yards of offense on 40 plays, but Cleveland 455 on 47. Including a 285-yard rushing effort on 32 carries as a team, and Jim Brown has 203 of those. Second and 10 at the 20. This is Brody, and he will scramble, and he's not a bad scrambler. Gain of 10, just short of the first. They have 4 wides in the game. They have Plaxico Burris, Keyshawn, Donald Driver, and now Carroll Dale has joined them. Third and inches, ball at the 30. And short of the first down is Garner. Banks made the tackle, and James will be out the rest of the game. Watch for a fake punt here on 4th and a yard. Not the case. And that is Metcalf returning at 9 yards. The punt went 51, so the net will be 42. So I am going to make changes since this game appears to be in the bag. Leroy Kelly will be the tailback. We'll leave Motley in, and we're going to take Otto Graham out, and we're going to put Milt Plum in, who subbed very gamely for Otto Graham earlier in the season. We'll give it to Kelly, trap right on 1st and 10. Las Vegas plays bunched in. That's a gain of 6. And I think Cleveland just wants to get out of here with as little further damage done as possible. Marion Motley off tackle right. He loses yards there. In fact, he lost a yard. Mickey Colmer made the stop for Las Vegas. He is playing defense as Vegas has its second string in. And they have a bunch of players that shouldn't be playing defense. I'll give you their second string lineup. Paquel, Board, McCormick, and White, the front 4. Colmer, Wisman, and Mel, your linebackers. Young, Albert, Prokop, and Johnson. We'll look for Warfield, and this is like stealing. Medium hitch on 3rd and 5. He's got it, and that's a gain of 19 on the first down. Cleveland's going to move their tight end over to the left, give their left side running game a little boost. Leroy Kelly off tackle. Gain of 5. Kelly, trap right. No gain. In fact, he lost the yard. 3rd and 6. Mitchell on a slant. Incomplete. pass may have been caught by Mitchell. What the heck? We'll challenge.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
So another catch and another first down. Motley, trap left. And Motley picks up 9 yards. He's at 60 yards rushing today on 6 carries, and that's 69 actually, and that's a season high for him. They'll go to Motley again on the dive play. Close to the first, he's got the first. So even with the second string in, or some second stringers in, Cleveland having no trouble moving the ball. Pitch right, Leroy Kelly, the 9th play of this drive. That's a gain of 4. Cleveland trying to chew up some clock here. Off tackle right, Marion Motley. He's got another... No, he does not. Oh, yes, he does. He does have a first down, a gain of 7. Prokop makes the stop. We're going to go plum on the bootleg on 1st and 10. Touchdown. Milt Plum. As the slaughter continues in Cleveland, your point after try by Barr is good. 56-7 Cleveland with 6:40 to go. My goodness. Kaufman back deep for the Ironmen. John Gruden's got to be tearing what's left of his hair out in his head.
Holding, receiving team.
McCormick called for holding. Paul Brown is coaching the Browns, by the way. Who else? And that backs the Vegas Ironmen backed up to their own 9, 1st and 10. Seeing mostly starters in the game still on the Cleveland offense. 1st and 10. That's a screen to Gardner, just short of the first. 2nd and inches, ball at the 19. Brody sneaks for the first down, he gets 7. Minifield on the stop for Cleveland. 1st and 10, ball to 26. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 26. Long throw, incomplete, looking for Keyshawn. Frank Minifield made the stop for Cleveland. You see him there, he's out of Louisville. 3rd and 10. Short of the first.
Offsetting penalties. Repeat.
But a repeat of the 3rd down on offsetting penalties. 3rd and 10, ball to 25. We have 4:29 left to go in the game, but mercifully. That's to Burris, who gains 20, and that's a first down for Vegas. Now, Cleveland putting their 2nd string defense in. 1st and 10. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Now the first string comes back in for 3rd and 10. Short of the first is Keyshawn. He needed 10, he got 8. 4th and 2. Ball to Cleveland 46. That's a first down for Gardner, who gains 11. We're under 3 minutes to go. 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 36 for Vegas. But
False
first,
start. Offense. Number 12. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Brody docked for a false start. 1st and 15. Ball at the 40. Garner gains 5. 1:53 to go. 2nd and 10 at the 35 after the 1st and 15 play. Rimkus tackles Driver on the end of the round. No gain. Vegas using their timeouts. They've just used 2 in a row. 3rd and 10 at the 36. Garner loses 2. And Rimkus made the tackle there. 4th and 12. Of course Vegas is going to go for it here. And I'll just play prevent. Burris gets the first down. A gain of 13. And Vegas out of timeouts. 1:29 left. Garner loses a yard. Minifield on the stop. 54 seconds left and counting. Garner Not an inch. Grimkus on the stop. Might be the last play of the game. 24 seconds left, and this one is over. Cleveland 56, Las Vegas 7. They have made quite a statement today. Their total is 525 yards of total offense. They were a perfect 7 out of 7 in the red zone. All 7 were touchdowns. Las Vegas, one trip to the red zone, and they scored a touchdown on that. 4 turnovers for Vegas, and that killed them. Cleveland had 58 plays. Las Vegas had 57 plays. Cleveland out first down Las Vegas 28-18. I think Jim Brown's got to be player of the game. He had 203 yards. He just needed 27 to take the rushing lead into week number 8, and he got a lot more than that, 203. He's on pace for perhaps a 2,000-yard season in the HTFL against some of the great defensive players of all time. And there you see it. Cleveland and Las Vegas traded scores in the first quarter, and then Cleveland with 49 unanswered for the 56-7 win. Cleveland goes to 6-1. They are one of 3 teams at 6-1. Carolina a half game back at 5-1. They have 93 net points in the plus minus points. Washington at 53, and New York is at 69. So Cleveland, yes, they are the number 1 team right now in the power rankings, and deservedly so, in my opinion. St. Louis number 2, Carolina 3, New York 4, New Orleans 5. Jim Brown's at 995 yards in 7 games, so he's on a pace to go over 2,000 on the year if he should keep this pace. Kirk Cousins, your passing rating leader at 119.2. Larry Centers with 38 receptions to lead the league right now. Jim Brown among non-kickers leading in scoring with his 13 touchdowns, 78 points. Among kickers, Zerline of St. Louis is at 62. Receiving yards, Wes Chandler at 612, so he should have a 1,000-yard receiving season at that pace. Kevin Green, your sack master, with 5 sacks for the LA Rams. Williams and Wilson, Williams of Washington and Wilson for St. Louis, and Haynes for New England, they all have 3 interceptions. Levante David leading by a wide margin over Yale Larry in tackles at 73. Cleveland has the best offense, 33.4. St. Louis, San Francisco, St. Louis, New Orleans, Green Bay are behind them. Best defense right now is Washington at 15.4. New York, Carolina, Seattle, and Philadelphia trail the Redskins. So that's your summary going into week number 8. And I will be back Tuesday for Jacksonville, Indianapolis, followed by Carolina and Seattle and Denver and Miami throughout the Labor Day week. Everybody else, well, they're off. And then we start week number 9 with Buffalo traveling to New York. And our Monday night game for week number 9 will be Green Bay traveling to Chicago. So another week is in the can, folks. I hope you all enjoyed it. Your final today was 56-7, Cleveland pounding the Las Vegas Ironmen. Jim Brown was indeed player of the game with his 203 yards rushing and his 3 touchdowns total on the day. We wish you well, no matter where you are and whenever you see this. Godspeed and God bless. Take care of each other out there, and we'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.